You keep asking the same question over and over and over again, hoping for a different answer, hoping maybe on the 10th, the 20th, the 30th time, someone will tell you something different. And the reason being is you're looking for an easy answer. You're looking for an easy out. You got the answer, you know what's required, but you're hoping for the shortcut, the cheat code, something quicker, something easier, something simpler. But the truth is that the answer is as simple as it fucking comes. The answer is that it doesn't get much simpler than this, but you don't want to take that. You don't want to accept that because, well, that requires work. That requires effort. That requires sacrifice. I talk a lot on here about how the answers are all there. Everything you want is on the other side of the work you aren't willing to do. On the other side of the work that you're avoiding. The magic happens on the other side of that. And the second you can accept that, the second you can realize that, and the second you can step full force with full faith into that, shit will get better. Because everything you want is on the other side of the work. And if you just commit to it with intensity, with consistency, with effort, for a long enough period of time, you will get everything you want. But that's not the answer we're looking for. Everyone's searching for these days they want, 6-minute abs or, passive $1 million incomes or all these kinds of things. You want the results to come so fast, but you aren't willing to do, the work that's required. Let's be real here. If it was as simple as everyone talks about, if it was easy and as simple as everyone makes it out to be, well, we'd all be jacked. We'd all be rich as fuck. We'd all be kicking back on the beach, drinking cocktails, sipping cocktails, and doing whatever the fuck we wanted. But the reality is that it does require effort. It does require consistency. It does require doing the work. And it does require breaking free from the normative setup. This is the reality of it. That you cannot build something different continuing to do what you have currently done. And you are leaving results and potential on the table by continuing to search for the easiest way to do it. Not the simplest. Let me clarify on that. I believe in work smarter, not harder. But you want to find easy that doesn't require the work. It's like looking at working out. I don't think I could have produced it down to anything simpler. 45 minutes of weights, 45 minutes of a weighted walk, drink 4 liters of water, take a daily photo, and eat meat, fruit, eggs. You do that, I guarantee your whole physique will change. Fucking guaranteed. There it is, for free. Done. That's the plan. Go do it, and it will, I guarantee it'll change you. But you want actual guarantees. You're like, oh, well, how can you guarantee it? I'm like, I can guarantee it. If you do that consistently, with enough intensity, over a period of time, you will get incredible results. On average, my guys lose between 7 and 14 kilos in 6 weeks, in the first 6 weeks doing that. I had one guy lose 20 kilos. It's not complex. It's simple as fuck, but it requires effort. That's the reality. It requires effort that people don't want to give. People are fucking lazy. They want to sedate. They want to stay where they are. They want to stay victims. They want to stay and whinge about everything that's wrong with their life and how fucking unfair it is that they don't have this, this, and this. Instead of taking control of their life, doing the work, and becoming the man that they know they can be and should be. Like, it's not rocket science. It really isn't. And I got pushed back the other day and people were like, well, how can you say that getting in great shape is going to completely change your life? And I was like, how is it fucking not? If you turn up into great shape and you've got this history, this backlog of doing uncomfortable shit, doing hard stuff, doing the work regardless of how you feel, how is your life not going to get better? How are you not going to show up better in every aspect of your life? How is that not going to produce confidence and allow you to take risks that are going to propel you forward? How is that not going to improve every aspect of your life? Tell me, how is it not? And this is where I think people fall down. I think this is where people miss out on this stuff. Yeah, it's just fitness. It's just health and fitness. Or it's the vehicle that allows you to do everything else in your life. It's the vehicle that progresses you forward in everything else. It's the vehicle that pushes you forward in all the other areas of your life. You get in great shape, suddenly everything else gets better. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. You're happier, you're more fulfilled, you have more confidence, you have more satisfaction. You do better in life. You work harder, you're able to work harder, you have a greater capacity for everything. Your life just fundamentally gets better. You sleep better, it improves your outlook on life. You feel better. You know that you can overcome. You build discipline, you build grit, you build determination. Fitness is the gateway drug for it. And I've just given you everything for free. I've given you the blueprint for free. You want the details? Sure. I can map them out for you. I can personally, based on exactly where you are, map it out completely for you. I'll build your workouts. I'll tell you when to increase your weights on your weighted walks and when to dip back a little bit. I'll help you talk about recovery. We'll talk about sleep. We'll talk about, stress factors. We'll talk about all those kinds of things. We can talk about anything and everything when it comes to improving your life. And we can build that out. But that costs money. And people are like, oh, well, why does it cost money? Well, because I've given you the answer for free, but you want the specifics. Well, now that's going to cost, because on top of that, if I'm going to map it out specifically for you, if I'm going to give you the exact blueprint, I want to make sure you fucking do it. If I've mapped out every single detail for you, we're going to make sure you do it. Because once you buy in, you are getting results. That's the end of the story. Once you've bought in, I will ensure that you will do it. I'm going to hold you accountable. And it's going to make you uncomfortable as shit sometimes. Because we're going to hold your feet to the fire and make sure you do the work that's required. But that's why the results come. Because I've said this a million times and people always laugh. And I'm like, it's fucking true though. If you want to know everything I know, all the knowledge, all the years, I've been training people for 18 years. Fucking 18 years I've been training people. If you want to know all the stuff I know, if you search hard enough, you can find it all on the internet. Hell, you could probably ask ChatGPT. You can ask ChatGPT the answers, but then you have to actually spend time figuring it out. Spend time sifting through what works, what doesn't, what's bullcrap, what's, actual, what works in a theoretical setting, what works in a practical setting, what will deliver the fastest results, etc., etc. Or you could bypass all of that. You could stop asking the question over and over and over and again, wanting a different answer. Just ask it once, put your money where your mouth is, back it the fuck up and just execute. And then have me in your corner to make sure you fucking execute. As I said, the gap is that most people just don't do the work. The gap is most people don't follow through. Shit, when I started this 400 plus days ago, the stuff I was doing was a bit rubbish, if I'm being completely honest. It was decent, but compared to what I've now mapped out, compared to what I've now worked out, night and fucking day. But I went through those mistakes and I learned from it. But I was in action. I was doing it. I accepted the answer and I just fucking did the work. And now you don't have to waste your time doing the stuff that didn't work. And this is ever evolving as I learn new stuff, as I experience things, as I test stuff out on me. I'm the greatest fucking guinea pig you've ever seen. I test everything on myself. I have never once in the 18 years I've been helping people asked someone to do something that I haven't done. Never. I've owned my own gym for nearly 13 years. I've done everything and more that I've asked someone to do. I'm not going to pull this out of theory. I'm not going to read something online and be like, you should do that. No, I do this based on, I find the best method, I test it, I know I'm capable of it, I understand it, and then I will ask you to do it. I have been where you are. I have been there, and I'm still there. I'm still in the trenches, doing the fucking work. That's why I know what it's like. It's why I can empathize with you. I know what it feels like to be that man who is ashamed of the man in the mirror, who's ashamed of the father that his kids see, ashamed of the husband that I am. I have been that guy. It's fucking awful. It's an awful experience. I know what it's like to drown your sorrows in food and alcohol and TV and sedation and just run from it. I know what that's like. And hell, it's the thing that keeps calling back to me. I still have that whisper in my ear of, wouldn't it be easier? Wouldn't it be nice? Yeah, it would. It would be fucking nice. But I'm not here to sedate and give in to my easy urges. I'm here to push my boundaries and to see where I can end up. I'm here to see how far I can take this. You know, we've spoken many times before. I was not blessed in this life. I was not genetically blessed. I was not given stuff, especially in the health and fitness. I naturally am a fat person. And then on top of that, I fucking love food. I love food and alcohol. Oh, my wife is a pastry chef. I could quite happily devour 1 to 2 large pizzas, plus wine, plus ice cream, plus all the other stuff every single night. Wouldn't fucking bat an eyelid at it. You know? And I have to make a definitive decision on it. And it doesn't get easier either. You just get better at it. Like today, I'm having a fast day. The kids are off at their grandparents, and I have a whole day to work. And it would be really easy, because I finally have some, alone quiet time, to go get some junk food, chips, cheese, wine, pizza, ice cream, sit on the couch and just watch TV all day. No one would fucking know. No one would ever know. And so I'm on the other end of the spectrum. I'm just not going to eat. I'm going to have a fast day. I'm going to cleanse myself, and I'm going to use that time to maximize the amount of work I can get in. I'm going to push myself to the limits. It's nearly 12 o'clock. I've been at work since 6 a.m. I'm going to go home and I'm going to have a sauna. And then I'll go back to work. And I'll continue working until about 10 o'clock tonight. And that's not, the hustle, grind, this is all we do. No, it's just, I want more out of this life. So I'm not looking for the easy opt-out. I'm wanting to do what is required. I want to build a better life. I want to build a bigger life. I want to be able to give my kids and my wife everything they've ever wanted and more. I think I've already built something reasonably special, but I'm blissfully dissatisfied. I look at this as just the beginning. I look at this as just scratching the surface. There is so much more to give. It was the whole point of demanding greatness, was That at every phase, at every evolution, I want to see how much more I can give. I want to see how much more is capable if I stop wasting time on the invaluable, that I stop asking the question over and over and over again and just get the fuck in and do the work. Even if it's imperfect action, even if it's not the perfect plan, that's 1,000 times better than doing nothing, than staying stuck, than being addicted to the life that I hate. I stepped into the arena and I took fucking action. As I said, you can figure it out along the way. I could have just kept asking the same question over and over again. How do I change my life? How do I build a better life? How do I step into the man that I want to be? I could have done that and I'd still be stuck there. Instead, 400 plus days ago, I took imperfect action and I did the work and I showed the fuck up and it paid off. And yeah, it wasn't perfect. Yeah, I have adapted it as we've gone along. Yeah, I've figured it out and progressed it and made better choices. But that's the whole point of this. It's the whole fucking point of this, is to continue to get better, is to continue to progress forward, is to continue to elevate the game. The starting point is not the end point. Fuck, there is no end point. But the starting point is not where you will get to. That's just the beginning. And then you level up, and then you level up, and then you level up. But you have to actually start to be able to level up. You can't just keep asking the same question over and over and over again, hoping for a different answer. Or doing the same shit over and over and over again and expecting a different outcome. This is the definition of insanity. You need to stop looking for the shortcut. You need to stop looking for the easy route. I'm telling you, the cheat code, the shortcut, the fastest route to everything that you've ever fucking wanted is to do the work. Is to just get in and accept it and do the fucking work. That's it. That's the quickest way. That's the fastest way. That's the way that is going to progress you towards everything you've wanted. Faster than anything else. Getting in and actually doing the work. I don't know how much simpler I can get. So stop asking the question. Stop wondering. Stop putting it off. Stop looking for a different answer. Just begin. Begin and do the work. And then the other side of it is, if you don't know what that looks like, if you don't know what it is, stop looking for a free, simple solution. Pay someone. Look, it doesn't even have to be me. Look, obviously I'm going to recommend it is me. I will map it out and I will ensure that you do the fucking work that is going to transform your whole life. That you are going to become a different man and you'll be shocked at who you see in the mirror. Promise you that. But even if it's not me, pay someone. You want to talk about the shortcut? Pay someone who's done it, who has achieved the results that you want, who actually has achieved the results and is similar to you, who is built like you, and just pay them to give you the blueprint. Stop waiting for the perfect answer that suits your criteria. Just go, they have what I want. They've achieved it. Cool. Here's some money. Show me exactly how you did it. As I said, I'm still doing it. It's not like I did this once and I was like, oh, lo and behold, you too can have a life like me. No, I'm still here every single day. I'll grind it out with you. I will do this work and we will do it together. And it will transform your entire life. But you have to stop asking the question, hoping that the answer won't come back with, just do the work. No, you have to show the fuck up. You have to keep showing the fuck up, day in, day out, until it becomes a reality. It's going to require work. And the magic you want is on the other side of that work. So if you're ready, if you are finally fucking ready to stop wasting time and actually achieve the results that you want, click the link in my bio, get into demanding greatness, and let's see who you can become on the other side of the work. Can't wait to see you there.